Absolutely no chance.
Just one more match, Ayaz. Just one more match to win for Virat Kohli to finally lift that elusive IPL trophy after 18 years. Now, RCB completely dismantled Punjab yesterday en route to an easy victory, and now they find themselves in the final after 9 years, and now they wait. They wait to see who joins them. Now, what a drubbing last night, Ayaz.
I mean, look, it was an astonishing collapse by Punjab. Remember, they were playing at Chandigarh, which is their home turf, so to speak. And then, yes, there was spice in the pitch, so there was help for spin and pace alike. But even so, I thought that Punjab just lost their nerve. And if you lose 4 wickets in the power play, the fifth when they were, in just about 6.3 overs, then recovery is very, very difficult, even if you've got a deep batting lineup like Punjab had. So I thought this was just you can't rationalize this because it certainly suggests to me that yes, they went in with some positive intention, but once just things started going haywire, they just couldn't kind of do a turnaround and say, let's revise our tactics and see if we can bat out 20 overs. They couldn't even bat out 20 overs. They finished with, I think, 14.1. So it was a colossal defeat. And I think from RCB's point of view, why is it even doubly important, apart from the fact that Josh Hazelwood has come back and the bowling attack just looked so formidable, is that they achieved this without a significant contribution from Virat Kohli. Normally, I mean, throughout the season, Virat has been absolutely brilliant, but in this match, he made only 12. And to win in the manner in which they did without a major contribution from Virat suggests to me that going into the final, RCB is going to get far more, they'll be bolstered. They'll be far more confident in the final two.
Yeah, to your point, let's talk about the Punjab batting now. There is an argument that they could have, like you said, they could have calculated, they could have revised their strategies and said that let's play out the 20 overs, let's get to a respectable score of, let's say, 140 maybe. But you could also argue that this is the way they play and this is what got them to the top of the league. Sure, they could have, like someone like a Marcus Stoinis could have anchored, but that's not his natural role. Neither is Shashank Singh known for that. But do you think they keep on doing this, or do you see this as an aberration, or do they now just 1 or 2 matches left for them? Do they change completely?
I don't think they'll change completely. What I meant was that, when things are starting to go wrong, and remember, T20, everything is so fast paced that if you're not, if you don't have your wits about you, you can find that just too much has been lost in 2 or 3 overs, which is what happened with Punjab. I think the big blow for them was losing both Josh English as well as Shreyas Iyer. They're two mainstays so far. I mean, yes, Priyansh Arya at the top and Prabh Simran, but they are not as accomplished. They're not they're not international players with that kind of experience. So Shreyas and English's wicket were the two big ones, and then later on, of course, Stoinis. But I think that now, when I say keep your wits about you, we've seen this with Sunrisers Hyderabad. Anirudh, don't forget. Right through the season, they batted in one, in one dimension, so to speak, and they came to grief because even in T20, even allowing for the fact that you can't allow momentum to drop, and attack is the kind of credo for all teams. At some stage, you have to realize that maybe you're better off with 130, 140 rather than being 101 all out. And which is where I think that Punjab faltered to that extent, but taking nothing away from the manner in which RCB bowled Yash Dayal, and of course Josh Hazelwood has come back, and Suresh Sharma I thought was very, very sharp towards the end, after the early damage had been done.
Yeah, so talking about RCB, I looked this up a few minutes ago. So this season, in the list of the top run getters and the top wicket takers, they have only one player each in both of those lists in the top 10. So that being Virat Kohli and Hazelwood, of course. So that kind of shows you how everyone seems to have pitched in, apart from maybe, say, a Livingston, who hasn't quite lived up to potential. But we've talked about this earlier also. Throughout the season, you find these players putting their hands up and saying, like, I'll do the job for you, captain. I'll do the job in case Kohli is not firing, in case Hazelwood is not firing. So do you think, given the success that they've achieved this season, this could be a template going forward for the franchise?
It is. I think. Look, I think first of all, they did well in the auction. There were lots of eyebrows raised as to whether they've been smart in letting guys like Siraj go and Maxwell go and so on and so forth. But I think they've really worked their tactics right in the auction, and I think they got the composition right. So I mean, Josh Hazelwood has been a standout performer, but also Phil Salt, who's made such a fantastic partnership with Virat Kohli at the top. So they've kind of built a strong team around Virat as the player that he is, as well as the charismatic presence on the field. So Krunal Pandya, Tim David, I think he may probably come back for the final. Hopefully, they'll be hoping RCB that he's there. Then there's Yash Dayal, Bhuvneshwar Kumar. They've got the fast bowlers. They've got different kinds of fast bowlers. They've got a left arm fast bowler. They've got a swing bowler in Bhuvi, and then they've got somebody like Hazelwood who can bowl that daunting line and length for from ball 1 till ball whatever is ball 24, whatever he bowls. And then there's Krunal Pandya. So there's a lot of variety, and then the ability to sustain pressure on the opponents. I think that the manner in which, and obviously it's not just about the bowling. In the previous match, they chased down 227, and they did it in style. So it shows the confidence level in the team. Even the batting as well as the bowling.
Yeah, so lastly, let's talk a bit about the match tonight, which is the eliminator between Gujarat and Mumbai. Now, Mumbai don't have the services of Will Jacks and Ryan Nicholton, but while Gujarat, I would argue, have a bigger loss in the form of Butler. Now, we don't know what the pitch will be like because it's played in the same place, but I don't know if it will behave like it did yesterday. But what are your predictions?
I think Mumbai looking to me at least ahead in this game on paper certainly, also on form. I mean, yes, even Mumbai lost their previous match, so Gujarat did, but Gujarat have lost 2 matches and they've lost them badly. So you mentioned about Butler not being there. They are heavily dependent on their top 3 or 4 right through the season. So Sai Sudarshan has to get runs, Shubman Gill has to get runs. They've not had many runs from Rahul Tewatia, Shah Rukh Khan, off and on. So they need runs, obviously, but they also, I think, in the bowling, they need some wickets, early wickets from Siraj. Prasidh Krishna has been their standout performer, and I think Sai Kishore has done well. But Rashid Khan is a bit of a worry. Where Mumbai are concerned, they finished number 4 in the points table at the end of the league phase. So, but they've got 2 guys in terrific form. One is Surya Kumar Yadav, and the other is Jasprit Bumrah. And both of them are guys who can win matches single-handedly. Then there's Rohit Sharma. I think he's been suppressed all season by himself, perhaps by the opponents who've kind of shackled him. But is this the match in which he comes good? Because this is a do or die match for Mumbai in many ways. Why? By many ways, certainly for both teams. And then of course there is they've got Mitch Santner, who I think can be a very crucial player. But I think because of the form that Sky and Bumrah have, and then the other support cast of Mumbai, very experienced. The team is used to winning, been in such situations earlier. I think that puts them a nudge ahead. But having said that, finally, I must use that rider, that caveat, which applies in all T20 games, that this is a very topsy-turvy format. You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, you never know, and we'll get back to you after tonight's match tomorrow. So that's it for this episode of Sports Room. We'll see you next time.
Thanks, Anirudh. Take care.